A monster-infested zoo game is something I never really expected to play. Zoonomaly manages to take your favorite animals and turn them into your worst nightmare. It's awesome to see this game finally come to life, and lucky for us, it holds some dark secrets. So let's take a look at what happened in this game and what everything means, because there is a lot to unravel here. The game begins with a mission briefing that gives us a ton of information about what's going on. This job will be operated by the keepers of Mora. This anomaly mission is number 3117. This number could confirm that this isn't the first time something like this had happened. There could have been 3,000 other anomaly missions prior to this, which is crazy to think about. Now, our location is Albarello Zoo, which of course isn't a real world location, but this could beg the question as to if we are even on planet Earth. The mission's code name is Zoonomaly, which obviously stands for Zoo Anomaly. We are a new recruit, however, our name is redacted in the file, which is interesting. This could suggest that we are some kind of special forces, and it's important that we stay anonymous in case this ever gets into public hands. But I will say this is a very extreme mission for a new recruit. So what happened here? This zoo has been taken over by monsters from a different dimension, which makes me wonder how they got here. Their dimension is called Mora. Now, the game doesn't offer much information about this dimension, but we can assume a few things given its name. The term bloom is related to flowers. This is because flowers are known to open, aka bloom. So this could mean that the Mora dimension is related to flowers in some way. This is further proven from the shape of the bloom machine, how it's shaped like flower petals. Also, how the tool we use is even shaped like flower petals. So considering this theme of a flower, there has to be a connection here. With that being said, the use of light plays a heavy role in the game as well. The word bloom can also be described as becoming radiant and glowing. This makes sense considering we use light to stun the monsters. The bloom machine also radiates light energy. So instead of flowers, the Mora dimension could be a place full of light energy. This is clearly more likely, but more on that later in the video. Now, the machine to stop the monster infestation is locked away behind a massive facility door within the zoo. Someone has broken the key to this door into 20 shards and hid them all around the zoo enclosures. Unfortunately for us, whoever hid the key shards did not make them easy to find, or even get to. They have altered the zoo significantly by building large structures inside the animal enclosures that will puzzle our mind. This will make it a lot more difficult to recover the key shards. It's our job to recover all 20 shards, reassemble the key, and put a stop to whatever is causing this monster infestation. Now, it's interesting that someone altered the zoo, meaning someone must be on the side of the monsters. Considering this information and the written words that we see at the beginning of the game, I think it's safe to say that humans are also to blame here. It's as if someone is helping these monsters. In order to complete our mission, we are equipped with the Blueo Bang. This is an extremely valuable tool for our defense and exploration. Its powerful blast of light can deter monsters and even push physical objects away. There is also something else that is very unique about this tool. It's equipped with a bloom spectrum screen that will allow us to see the invisible radiation given off by anything from Mora. This means that we'll be able to see the monsters through this screen, and other objects that will help us proceed through the puzzles, like invisible planks. The Blueo Bang uses basic light bulbs that can be found all throughout the zoo, so clearly us humans built this. If what I said earlier is true about the 3,000 other missions before this one, we are already familiar with the monsters and how they work. Just something to keep in mind. As we start the game, we arrive entering the zoo. The first thing we see is a locked door with "Stay Away" written in green paint. We will see this green paint a lot throughout the game. We use the Blueo Bang to blast open the door and continue into the zoo. When we make it through the front gate, we can see the Zoonomaly sign that has replaced the Albarello Zoo letters that are scattered around. You'll also notice something very interesting. There is a lot more of the green paint writing, which gives us some clues as to what might be going on here. The most important and giant written words we see say, "Here my children live, and let me construct my sanctuary," with other smaller ones reading, "Leave us alone and stay away from my children." This is super interesting because clearly someone, a human, is involved with this. It seems that maybe another person is wanting to keep these monsters here. Maybe they have something to do with how they even got here. This person considers the monsters to be their children, so it would make sense. A sanctuary is defined as a place of refuge or safety, so I think it's obvious that this person is using the zoo as a place of safety for the monsters. It's their new sanctuary. Now the game is non-linear, so you can explore the zoo in any direction. As we progress through the zoo and solve the puzzles to find all the keys, we run into some pretty creepy monsters. I won't go into too much detail about them because that's for a whole nother video, but I do want to mention them. There are no official in-game names for each monster, but we can assume what they are based on what they look like. Now there are both friendly and non-friendly monsters. One of the first kind you will notice are giant zookeepers. These guys patrol the zoo and will consistently attack you if you are seen. A few of the friendly monsters are these that kind of resemble frogs, and these guys which sort of resemble some kind of giant lizard. The non-friendly ones are much more terrifying. Some of these include monsters like the giant Slenderman bear or the evil monstrous monkeys. There is also this massive fish or whale that's in the water enclosure. A few more include a massive bunny rabbit that likes to hide his face, a giant smiling cat, and so much more. But all of these monsters have something in common. They all have a massive mouth with extremely long and sharp teeth. Obviously this is a design choice, but it's cool to see that they all have similar traits. This keeps all of the monsters connected so there is no confusion. Now after we collect all 20 key shards, we can finally open the massive facility door that hides what is keeping these monsters here. Once we enter, we go underground to find the Bloom machine being guarded by a vicious cat-like monster. Using the Blueo Bang, we have to stun the monster and turn on all of the correct levers to be able to power down the machine. Once we do this, we have completed our mission. So what does this machine actually do? One thing you might notice is the shape of the machine. Like I mentioned earlier, it's very similar to the Blueo Bang. While the machine is on, it emits green light that produces some kind of energy source or radiation. You might notice that the glowing specks from the machine can also be seen around some of the monsters. This is what is keeping them here. Without it, they will be transported back to their dimension. However, this leads to a few questions. Did somebody build this, or did it land here in some kind of UFO? My guess is that somebody built it. Considering the writing we saw at the beginning of the game, I think this was someone's plan all along, to build a machine that is able to transport monsters from a different dimension, and using a zoo would be the perfect location to keep them safe. After we powered off the machine, we completed our mission. We get another letter from Ellis Edelman, the director of operations. It states that we have successfully completed our mission. After turning off the blue machine beneath the zoo, the monsters have been returned to their dimension. They will be sending a team to extract the machine for further study and to start working on restoring the zoo. They will be in touch, meaning there could be another game on the way. But what's important here is that they are going to be studying the machine, so this could mean that it might have come from the other dimension, or they just want to study what someone else built. But I'll let you decide. What did you guys think of Zoonomaly? Did you enjoy it? I will say that some of the puzzles are extremely tedious, which almost felt like a grind to complete. But other than that, the game was really cool. Visually, it was amazing, and the dev did a really good job at creating something unique and new to play. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you like war game content like this, please consider subscribing. Also, if you want to support the channel more, you can become a member. Don't forget to follow my Twitter at TerrifyT. Thanks for watching.